Martin Luther King Jr. has a great quote. He said, "The old law of an eye for an eye leaves everybody blind." This is Beth Wee in the Koinonia Kitchen, and I want to talk about starting over. Sometimes we do it at the beginning of the year. Sometimes on our birthday. Sometimes, I don't know, we just come up with something's got to change. And we seek a fresh start in different ways. We'll make plans to be more disciplined. Maybe we'll go through our closet and remove stuff that hasn't been worn to make room for the new. I know that one lady turned all her hangers backwards, and after 3 months, whatever hadn't been turned to the right way, she knew she didn't wear. And she looked at it again. Do I really want to keep these clothes? Maybe you're going to peruse email lists and take the time to unsubscribe to those regular notices that you no longer read. What about your old relationships and your old hurts? Do you have any plans there? You know, in a way, choosing to forgive an old resentment is like hitting the unsubscribe button at the bottom of an annoying, repetitive email. With one stroke, it could never trouble you again, or even claim a moment of your notice. When you unsubscribe from historic hurts, you are freed up to live in the moment where joy and peace can reign. But you don't want to let it go, right? Don't think I don't understand it. I get it. My hope is that listening to this podcast, you'll reconsider and start over and take a look at some of the emotional restructuring that has taken place because you're choosing to hold on to that resentment and the fear that made you have it. You know, fear and resentment actually change the way we think. They change our mindset and they create an atmosphere of distrust and isolation. Neither one of those are good for us. Come on. Think about it. Each of us is made of 3 distinct natures, all rolled up into one human being. Our lives work best when all 3 of those natures are humming smoothly and working together. If we have a blockage in any one of them, it impedes our happiness. Your physical nature. You're listening to these words. That's your ears, your auditory. You're hearing it. Your spiritual nature can do the work necessary to forgive. Your soul nature, which houses your mind, your emotions, and your will. Well, guys, that's the place where the healing needs to take place. Pain and suffering are real in relationships. But sadly, not dealing with pain and suffering in conscious ways only creates more of the same. Some of us avoid the feelings or the people we think created them. Some of us have honed defense mechanisms like blame so we could walk out of accountability and relieve us of the need to take action. Worse, some of us just keep our world really small. We box ourselves in so nobody else can get in and hurt us. But we're boxed in with memories of pain, grief, distrust, heartache. Ugh. We relive the old discomfort, and we don't trust anyone else to come inside and change the status quo. That's a problem within itself. We've created a new problem. What's the problem? We were created to connect. It is unnatural when we don't. So what's going inside of you while you're listening to this? Are you allowing a negative memory to decide how abundant your life can be? By holding on to ill will, you're actually limiting your potential, your possibilities, and your participation in the circle of life. When you run your life based on how you feel, you tap the shallowest portion of your intellectual pool, and you're making life choices based from that little shallow pool of emotion. Remember, the soul portion is it's three parts. The emotions are the shallow end. The reasoning, you're wading into the deeper water. And that part is wonderful and deep. And then the will, the deepest part, where you get to act on who you want to be. Forgiveness taps all parts of the soul. You feel angry and hurt, and a resentment forms. From this point, you can decide if you like how you feel. Do you got that? If you don't like how you feel, you can change it. You can ponder the choice to be angry. Do you want to wallow in negativity, hoping to exact some sort of punishment? Or can you see the hurt to the end result where you're separated and alone? If you take the time to use your intellect to deal with these emotions, you're going to realize that your anger isn't changing the perpetrator of your pain at all. Your resentment isn't tied to their accountability in real life. This is only happening in your head. Your real power, it's in forgiving. What if you chose to love them although they hurt you? Yeah, it's a big although. What if you enlisted your spiritual power to eradicate anger, fear, and pain and replace it with love? Your will holds the final card. What action are you going to take? Negative emotions can make you give up on your potential and all future possibility for success if you listen to them as if they are truth. Emotions lead you to engaging your intellect. That's what their role is. Once the intellect is engaged, it will lead you to decision making. That's how the soul works. That's how it was created to work. Forgiveness comes more easily to those who don't stuff or get stuck in their emotions. Why is this? Because forgiveness is not a feeling. It is an act of your will. The choices you make will create the life that you lead. Choose well. Let love trump fear. Forgive them today. It's time to take addiction out of the shadows and shine the encouraging light of recovery on everyone affected. Good Seed Podcast is powered by BethWE.com, a nonprofit ministry based in Vero Beach, Florida. We'll start the uncomfortable conversations that turn despair into hope and complacency into action. Connect, communicate, and thrive with us. Check us out online at BethWE.com. Thanks for tuning in. We'll talk again soon.